What's going on? It's your boy Ari, aka Young God, coming to you live in the Green Dungeon, giving it to you real raw rugged. And I'm gonna let the person on the other line introduce himself, man. Who do we have?
What's up? It's Yuno, Jacksonville, Florida. How you doing?
I'm doing good today, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm on tour. I'm somewhere in Louisiana. I don't know exactly where I'm at. I'm on my way to Dallas from Atlanta.
Okay. It's good to hear you rep Jacksonville, Florida, because I'm from Jacksonville, Florida, also, man.
Nice.
Yeah. So let me get into just before we get into anything, how I even discovered you. I have an artist friend down here named Spencer McMullen, and he sent me your music, and he said, "Hey, I think you should listen to this guy. I think you'll like it. He's from Jacksonville." So when I seen you, I expect you to be a rapper. I seen you had dreads. I was like, "Oh, he finna like." I thought you was finna rap like some crazy, like shoot a nigga in the face with a big Glock. I was like, "Oh, this gonna be crazy." So I listened to it, and it's no going back. So when I hear you singing, I'm like, okay, I was expecting like I'm gonna shoot him in the face in the hood, and I was like, it's gonna be crazy. But although I was caught off guard, I was pleasantly surprised. I actually really enjoyed the song. So then we fast forward a couple months later, you dropped the EP, and I'm not gonna lie, I held off on the EP because I like knowing back, I like no going back so much. I was like, he can't top that song, and I don't want to ruin my perception of him. So as of late, I listened to the EP, I actually reviewed it, and
I saw that review.
you
By the
saw the
way.
review. We can talk about that in a minute too.
For sure.
We can talk about that review in a minute. So I do the review, and I'm like, yo, this is one of the most amazing things I've ever heard. So before we get to the music, man, I just wanted to break that back down. Tell people, like, who is Yuno, man? For the people that don't know you, man, who explain yourself.
I don't know. I'm just a guy who just makes songs at home in my bedroom. I don't know. I've just been doing it for a long time, and then now finally it's starting to kind of become a career. So now I'm on my first tour. I'm like, it's cool, like going to different cities now and seeing people that have heard my music when I've just been at home by myself making it for the longest time. So it's been fun, yeah. But I'm just a guy who just makes songs, I guess.
What part of Jacksonville are you from?
Arlington.
You from okay. I was trying to figure out what part you're from. You went to high school and everything down here too?
Yeah, yeah. I was there. I've been there since I was like 10 years old. I still live there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was, like I said, me talking to my friend Spencer. He's a really big artist, and he moved to LA. He wanted to know something that actually intrigued me too. He said that he realized that you have like an art direction that you're going for. Even when you go down your Instagram, go down your feed, you're going for like an art direction. Even looking at your music videos. So he wanted to know, how important is the art direction to you? Is it important at all? Is it something that you're just overlooking? Is it something that he's overlooking too, or is it something that you actually focus on?
It's definitely something I focus on. It's something I've always been interested in. I just like creating a lot of different types of art. Even when I was younger, the first thing I did was draw pictures and stuff. So ever since I started making music, I've done my own album artwork. Now that I needed music videos, I started doing my own music videos, all that sort of stuff. I like creating T-shirt designs and like making my own merch and stuff. So all that stuff is just fun for me to do. So I just kind of like doing it all myself because I guess if I have the ability to, I might as well.
Have you always been making the type of music that you've always made?
Uh, I pretty much like I guess the first songs I ever made were just like funny rap songs for my friends and for like school projects and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But when I started kind of like taking music a bit more seriously, I've always just kind of made whatever I want to make. I've never really have a specific thing I'm going for. I just like a lot of different types of music, so I like to combine all those different things to make my own music.
That was actually one of the fan questions. Somebody asked, "What are your inspirations? You know, growing up in Jacksonville. I guess even environmental or music was."
Skateboarding and stuff got me really into music just because playing like Tony Hawk video games and
Yeah.
watching skate videos, I get to see like a lot of different types of music. A lot of different skaters would be into like hip hop or be into like country music or folk music or whatever, and they'd use those songs for their video parts, or I'd hear those songs in a video game or something like that. So all those different things kind of showed me a lot of different types of music that I never would have heard before. So all that stuff is still with me, kind of helping me make music now.
Okay. Something that, like, going back, I guess, to when you said you were making like silly little rap songs. You said you see my review, and in Galapagos, at the very end of Galapagos, is that you doing the "What's happening now?" Dun, 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 dun. Hey, you might have to put out a rap album after that, man. You was kind of sliding. That was kind of hard, man. That was kind of hard, man. I fuck with that hard. But
I might do some more of
Yeah, you got to, man. That shit was like, I was like, okay, is that Sway Lee? Who's that, man? He was going crazy. But
That was also the most random thing is Sway Lee was like posted a video on Instagram a few weeks ago of him listening to No Going Back.
I seen that.
Yeah,
I seen that.
Yeah,
I seen that.
I was so weird. Like it just came out of nowhere. My manager ended up getting me to the show. I didn't get a chance to actually meet him in person, but it was cool.
So you don't know how that happened. He just randomly found a song.
Yeah, just randomly someone tagged me in something saying like, "Thanks Sway Lee for helping me discover this song." I'm like, "How did Sway Lee help you discover this song?" And I checked the story.
That's hilarious. Well, I guess going into I didn't know you seen it. The review. How did you find that? What's up with that?
Actually, I was in New York hanging out with one of my friends, and she was like, "Have you seen this review?" And I was like, "No, what are you talking about?" And then she showed it to me, and I was like, "Wow!" I was like, "I gotta watch this later." So I waited. I was in the van with my band, and I started watching it, and I just started cracking up within like the first minute of it, and I started playing it for all of them, and they all loved it. And we keep quoting it all the time. We're always talking about it. At like every show, we'll be sitting there singing "No Going Back," going la di da di da di da. That's the best review I've ever seen of anything I've ever done.
Hey man, I appreciate that, man. So did you know it was me who was finna review you? I mean, finna interview you?
Yeah, because I remember seeing your content before and looking at your stuff before, and then I recognized the shower cap. That's what got me. That's what I recognized.
It's funny because speaking of reviewers, I'm not for sure if you're familiar with Needledrop.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm cool with him. So probably about like when you first dropped No Going Back, I sent him that, and I told him he was from Jacksonville, and I was like, go check it out. I was like, why don't you tell me how you feel about it? He was like, all right, and then he was like, he said, oh, Jacksonville people are signing Sub Pop. He was like, let me listen to this. So he really enjoyed it. I think he described it as like pretty and like bright or something. I forget he said, but he liked it. So just wanted to relay that message to you. So Fantano definitely gave you the cosign. So
awesome.
He's fucking.
I was thinking about those why Yuno review things, and I'm always thinking like, does it say Yuno review?
That's funny. I typed in Yuno and Fantano the other day. And I was like, let me see if he ever reviewed them. And then that was the first thing that popped up, Yuno review, and I was like, okay, no one. That's interesting. But yeah. So I kind of just want to quickly, before I even let you go, because I know you're on tour, I just want to quickly run down the track list on Moodie, just to give a couple backside stories on how the song came about or whatnot. Amber. So like I said, I definitely had like a hypothesis that was like a reggae inspired track, because the beat and the vocals at the very beginning sounded like very like reggae inspired. Excuse me. Was I correct, or what's up with that?
Yeah, I'd say so. I don't know. It's one of those things I never really think about, like inspirations when I'm making something. Just like kind of whatever comes out. But I definitely think there's a lot of like Jamaican vibes on that song that I like, and it's very also influenced by New York a lot. And it's kind of the lyrics are even about like the time I spent in New York and stuff like that, which there's a lot of Jamaican people in New York.
Okay. No Going Back. Didn't you shoot that video in New York and Jacksonville?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Okay.
Shot it in the Lower East Side of New York, and mostly around like Regency in Jacksonville, and then like driving around in Arlington.
Fall in Love. I think that's like such a beautiful song, and the video even made me like it even more. I was trying to decipher exactly what the video was about. I don't know if you want to explain that or not, but if you do, can you please?
Yeah, basically it was directed by Mikey Alfred from Illegal Civ Cinema, and he does like a lot of work with like Tyler the Creator, and he's done Omar Apollo video and a lot of different stuff. And it was my first time actually working with someone else on a music video. I'm used to just kind of doing it by myself.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. So we kind of bounced some ideas back and forth. And the video ended up being basically about this couple who's kind of a like newlywed couple, and they just start arguing, but it's over like small things that they just annoy each other. And then basically eventually towards the end, they kind of come to an understanding of the stuff they're arguing about is small and it doesn't really matter. So they kind of just make up at the end. I guess that's the simple way to put it.
I really enjoyed it, and I love like you had like these like little like random like kind of creepy cameos, like you'd be in the background. I'm like, oh, what is he gonna do? Like I didn't know if it was gonna be like a scary movie, like gonna stab him in the back. Like, this is gonna get crazy. But no, I really I was like, it's gonna get crazy. But nah, I really did enjoy that video. And then I thought it was very interesting the way you switched it up on Y4, because that was a very much more like aggressive, like in your face track. Was that purposeful to like break up, I guess, the dichotomy in the track list?
Not even really. It wasn't like, I guess in more of the point of taking all the songs and putting them in a certain order. It was kind of in that way to kind of just give some variation.
Mm-hmm.
But recording it just kind of was something that came to me. Actually, that song, I recorded as just a little freestyle. I was like playing guitar and I was just singing. Just it was just me singing, playing guitar. And it was a whole freestyle. Then I liked it, but I had it sitting around for a while. Didn't know really what to do with it. And then eventually I just kind of re-recorded it and maybe like changed like one or two lines or something, and then added the heavy guitar and like the trap drums and all that stuff. And that's kind of how it became that big like heavy sound.
Okay.
But yeah, it was originally just a freestyle, just me and guitar.
Okay. I think So Slow is also just. I think this whole project is beautiful, but I think So Slow is just so crazy. Like I think that song is so good, and I don't know. I just think the way you found your melodies with the bun dun 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 dun, I thought that was just so like cool. So I don't know. Like, is there a certain way you try to find melodies? Because I'm no musician by any means. Like I played a couple instruments here and there, but like let's say if I am messing around trying to make a track, like if I'm trying to find a melody, it just kind of just comes to me like naturally, like just a melody just pop in my head. It's not like I'm trying to like do music theory or anything. So is there a certain way that you try to find a melody?
Not really. It is the same thing. It's just like whatever comes in my head. But like a lot of times, one trick that I've started doing is I don't record melodies before I'm like gonna record kind of the final product. Because what ends up happening is if it sticks in my head, then I'm like, okay, that's a good melody because I remember it from hearing the instrumental. So I've been doing that a lot lately. But yeah, it's just kind of whatever melodies came to mind. But I like the fact that I was able to kind of switch it up and have all these different melodies kind of in this one song.
Okay. And lastly, Galapagos. The song is also very great, but I just really gotta ask, when is the rap album coming, man? That's what I'm waiting for, man. I need the rap feature or something, man.
I'm definitely. I don't know. Someone's gonna ask me for a rap feature for a song. Maybe someone will ask me and I'll do it. But yeah, I definitely want to do a lot more hip hop stuff because I feel like there's a lot of hip hop elements that I put in Moodie, but I don't know if everybody quite gets it. So I kind of want to like put some more of that out there into my next project.
Also, somehow I'm curious of, are you on the production side of things also, or just the vocal?
Everything. I like write all the songs, produce them all. The only things I didn't do were mix and master.
Okay.
The artwork, music videos, all that sort of stuff, yeah.
So do you think that you would take music that's written for you? Like, hey, I wrote this song. Can you do it? Or are you just all self-reliant?
Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to do that just because it kind of takes the fun out of it for me.
Okay.
Like, the only reason I sing songs is just because, like, someone has to do it. If I want a song with vocals on it, then I have to be the one to sing them, basically.
Okay.
So, yeah, I like the process of creating music, so I don't really think I'd kind of sing someone else's song. But yeah, I'd like to start working with some more people, maybe just collaborate a bit just because I've never really done it. So it could be fun to do, like produce something with somebody, maybe even like write something for somebody else, something like that.
All right. Last couple questions are coming from coming from two fans. Young NATO asks, is there anything upcoming next?
Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely working on some new songs, put out a new record, a full-length record sometime soon, hopefully.
Okay. And Ambavelli asks, big fan, but I have to ask, who's your favorite porn star?
I don't have one. I guess I know some friends that do that stuff. So, who? I don't know any of their like performer names, so I guess I can't shout anybody out.
All right, then. So yeah, I guess anything that you else want to say before we get out of here?
I guess go check out my record Moodie if you haven't yet. That's about it.
So yeah, if you haven't checked out, because he didn't do a good job. That sounded like it's like an okay project, like it's whatever. Nah, if you haven't checked out Moodie and you're looking at this interview, click out of here right now and type in Moodie EP by Yuno, YUNO, and I promise you, you will definitely enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, report my page as spam. I promise you, you'll definitely enjoy it. But until next time, I say what I mean what I say. Haters gonna hate, players gonna play. Holla at your boy.